Will everyone please rise for the singing of the national anthem? Leading us today will be Galen Caldwell, a 2002 Chicago-Kent graduate. Galen received his Bachelor of Arts in Vocal Performance in 1997 from Chicago State University and currently holds the rank of Sergeant with the Chicago Police Department in the Legal Affairs Division. Galen?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2012 commencement ceremony of IIT Chicago-Kent College of Law. Personally, I can't think of a better way to celebrate Mother's Day. Today, I am pleased to welcome our 2012 graduating class as well as their families and friends to celebrate this great milestone. We celebrate, and please sit down when you can. We hope there's enough chairs for each of you. We celebrate your graduation as a community, and we know that without family and friends, this milestone would not have been possible. Joining me on stage are my colleagues, Chicago-Kent faculty, as well as alumni and friends of the school. We are pleased to welcome many special guests with us today, including our principal speakers for today, Laurel Bellows, President-elect of the American Bar Association, and Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha of Thailand. We welcome as well Attorney General Chula Singh, Permanent Secretary Kittipong, Secretary General Wirat, and Ambassador Chai Young. Our faculty and students over the years have benefited from interactions with the Office of the Judiciary in Thailand, with Thammasat and Sipatum universities, and we are honored today by your presence. And here in Chicago, what a year. You have learned from Supreme Court Justice Scalia about judicial takings and the rule of law, from Justice Breyer about the institution of the Supreme Court and the art of judging. You have also listened to Rich Trumka, President of the AFL-CIO, address the Occupy movements and the resurgence of organized labor in this country. Other national leaders have visited to share their views on a variety of topics, from the war against international terrorism to the importance of civility in the profession, and from the vicissitudes of trademark law to data mining and our diminishing privacy. As students, you have learned from Marty Malin, a presidential appointee whose work has been seminal in understanding the changing role of public employee unions, which is featuring so prominently in the upcoming election in Wisconsin. You've also been educated by Lori Andrews, whose recent work on social networking in the law has been highlighted in the New York Times twice this semester, and by Andy Spalding, whose work on the Federal Corrupt Practices Act with 2L student Ki Chen also was featured in the New York Times this past month. And our faculty prominently are noted in such less traditional fora, such as the HuffPo, Slate, and Politico, which your generation knows just as well as the New York Times. You have also excelled under the tutelage of Dave Erickson and Kent Stressman, winning numerous national tournaments in advocacy and bringing honor and wide acclaim to the university. You have immersed yourselves in the law, in the lives of the community around us, volunteering thousands of hours on an admirable array of causes, from Equip for Equality to asylum cases to Working Hands Legal Clinic. All of you have made incredible strides as students from 3 or 4 years ago, mastering complex jurisdictional and securities principles, and you've learned how to cross-examine a witness and write a term sheet. You've grappled with arcane constitutional questions and challenges from the increasing globalization of law. Let's exceed last year's record 97% bar passage rate, a rate which eclipsed every other school in Illinois. This ceremony is a culmination of years of hard work and dedication, and you've gained the skills necessary to serve corporations and governments, individuals, and social causes. You are well positioned to parlay those skills into professional success in a constantly changing world. Today, however, is more about beginnings than endings, as we just heard. I wish you well in your careers, whether in the law or elsewhere, and I encourage you to use the skills you've learned ambitiously, but with integrity and civility. I'm delighted now to recognize the first of our 2 honorary degree recipients, Her Royal Highness Princess Bajrakitiyabha of Thailand. Princess Pod is a law graduate of Thammasat University, and then she earned her JSD at Cornell University. She has used her legal skills to help the plight of women in her country and now around the world. In 2008, Her Royal Highness helped guide the Say No to Violence Against Women campaign in Thailand to raise awareness of the escalating violence at home and at the workplace. The campaign led to educational outreach in the secondary schools, national press, and training sessions for prosecutors. She has also been at the forefront of easing degrading conditions for women in Thai prisons, creating the Inspire initiative to push for protocols that protect women who have been incarcerated. Conditions have improved in Thailand, and Her Royal Highness has pushed to ensure better treatment around the world. A little over a year ago, the United Nations added her rules, now called the Bangkok Rules, to those minimum protocols that have to be followed around the world in all prison systems. It's an incredible accomplishment. As a reflection of her success, Her Royal Highness recently was named chairperson for this year's session of the United Nations Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice. In recognition of those efforts, the Board of Trustees of the Illinois Institute of Technology has conferred on her an honorary Doctorate of Laws. Princess Bajrakitiyabha, will you please join me and receive this honorary doctorate?
Dean Harold Kent, Dean Stephen Saul, Ms. Laurel Bellows, distinguished members of the faculty, loving parents and families, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, brilliant member of class 2012. It is indeed a distinct privilege to stand here before all of you this afternoon. Thank you for the honor and for welcoming me to this beautiful city of Chicago. I share this very moment and excitement with you and celebrate your achievement with great joy. Congratulations to class 2012 and happy Mother's Day as well. So I would like to say that law school life is never easy. I know that for a fact because I am too, had been a law student. Imagine a student working on a final presentation in a school library late at night. When all of a sudden the electricity went out and went off before I even could save the file. Yes, I was that student on my last day of my PhD exams. So today is a real time for everybody to celebrate. You deserve to enjoy this moment for all the hard work you have been through. Graduation marks an important milestone for some. It signifies its beginning of a lifelong journey, while for the other, it could just be an unfamiliar crossroad. I view it as a big jigsaw puzzle. Surely, everyone would be anxious to finish the entire picture nicely. But the fun only comes from the act of putting small pieces together. You don't think so? No matter how insignificant each piece may seem, it is one part that's helped us complete the picture of our life. As for me, the picture that I'm working on is to make a difference in other people's life. I come from a country where the access to justice is still a problem, especially for poor and underprivileged. So I decided to become a public prosecutor and choose to work in remote provinces up to the northeastern part of Thailand. Working with less privileged people, I have come to know their lives of female inmates and their babies, who are among the most vulnerable group in the justice system. So I cannot take my mind off the fact that these women have served their time in the facility that may not have been designed to meet women's specific needs. Worse is that so many of them have dependent babies, too young to be raised somewhere apart from their mothers. And of course, these babies are innocent that got direct effect from the criminal justice system. So I decided to put together various support and assistance scheme for these female inmates under a project called Kamlang Jai, or translated to Inspire in English. We worked on the prison facility at the time and soon expanded the network of support to the national level with a lot of help from the government, from the private sector as well. A couple of years later, we thought that it is time to bring the story of women behind bars to the international forum. The campaign was well received, and I'm very happy to tell you that in 2010, at 65th session of the United General Assembly, adopted new international standard for the treatment of women prisoners called the Bangkok Rules. It was beyond my imagination to see that just a personal inspiration can create an impact on such size of the international stage. One opportunity often leads to another. This year, I received an invitation to serve as the chairperson of the 21st session of the United Nations Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice. From a prosecutor in the rural area, I became an ambassador working in an international organization. This experience proved to me that life is just full of opportunity, and I am in the early stage of exploring it too. Who knows what I will become after this year when my chairmanship has ended. Each of you has your own jigsaw puzzle to work with. You may have in mind what a complete picture should look like, but you will never know for sure. In some rare occasion, an opportunity simply comes knock on your door. But often, it just floats by, softer than a softest breeze. So you always keep your eyes wide open for the opportunity that speaks for you into your heart and seize them. I trust that with the knowledge and experiences you have gained, you all have the capacity to do just about anything. As long as the way, if you can make the society more equitable and humane place, all the better. I would have to emphasize once again how being here with all of you bring back warm and happy memory of my own commencement. I'm truly honored to be part of this celebration. I wish all of you well in all your endeavor, and hope there will be more and more success lies ahead for you in the months and years to come. Once again, congratulations, class 2012.
Thank you again, Princess Bajrakitiyabha. Our next speaker is this year's JD valedictorian, Caroline Teichner. Caroline came to Chicago-Kent after earning a BSc in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering from Princeton University, and I'm proud to say with a better GPA than I earned. She's a native of Chicago, and she wrote for the Chicago-Kent Law Review and was a member of the Moot Court Honor Society, earning numerous awards throughout her career at Chicago-Kent. This fall, she will join the intellectual property firm of McAndrews, Held, and Malloyd. Please welcome Caroline Teichner.
Good afternoon, families, friends, professors, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. It's an honor to be speaking before you today. This celebration marks a high point on our path toward becoming successful lawyers, and we all have much to be proud of. Over the past 3 or 4 years at Chicago-Kent, we have been transformed from naive 1Ls into highly capable and knowledgeable soon-to-be attorneys. Our time spent in law school certainly flew by, but every day brought new lessons, new memories, and new tests of our stamina to get through the most challenging times. To reflect on just how far we've come, think back, if you will, on your 1L self and how you felt in the weeks following orientation. Early on, we received our first legal writing assignment, a closed universe memo, and actually thought that was hard. If only we knew what was to come later in the semester, we might have appreciated just how glorious that assignment was at the time. After our first few torts classes, we were convinced there were winning lawsuits to be filed left and right. That icy train platform and spill in the grocery store aisle suddenly looked like big bucks to our newly litigious eyes. Unfortunately, our dreams were crushed a few weeks later once we learned about proximate cause. So instead, we focused on the most important lesson from our criminal law class: how to commit the perfect crime without getting caught. We quickly learned that law school terminology never means what it sounds like. A 7-Eleven license doesn't give you permission to open a convenience store franchise. The IRAC method is not a military tactic unless you consider passing exams to be a battle. And when it comes to oral argument judging panels, being hot has nothing to do with attractiveness. Thankfully, after our steep climb up the 1L learning curve, we had been fully indoctrinated in the ways of law school. During our 2L year, we ventured forth from our familiar sections, and it was then that we really began to shine. Some of us became published authors. Some of us competed in and won national trial team and moot court competitions. Some of us found our niche in student groups and dedicated our energy to fulfilling their missions. Some of us, using our 7-Elevens, conducted and actually won real trials. Some of us externed for judges or clerked for law firms, experiences that proved our suffering during legal writing actually paid off in the real world. Some of us expanded our families, becoming spouses and even parents. Some of us, including myself, were lucky enough to meet great friends at Kent. 10 years from now, no one but your law school friends will understand those inside jokes about the Supreme Court justices or still be able to laugh about that G-chat conversation that almost got you kicked out of class. By 3L year, we were old pros. I, for one, took nostalgic pleasure in eavesdropping on the 1Ls in the SPAC who were saying all of the naive things I had said only 2 short years ago. At this point, we could actually foresee life beyond law school, and hopefully most of us felt assured we had made the right choice by pursuing our calling for the law. In the end, it has been a momentous couple of years filled with immense personal, intellectual, and professional growth for all of us. There are some things that a few of us have yet to learn, such as common library courtesy, and you know who you are because I have probably scowled at you more than once. Also, I think it's fair to say that none of us is leaving law school with any understanding of how to operate soft test. But that's beside the point. Today, we join the ranks of this country's best and brightest legal minds and can officially add the JD to our email signatures. There is, of course, much left to be done, starting with studying for the bar. But we should all pause for a moment today and really think about how much law school thoroughly transformed us for the better. I wish you all the best of luck going forward, and I'm eager to see how we'll continue to be transformed in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Caroline. This year, our LL.M. class speaker is Bernhard Müller, a graduate in the International Comparative Master of Law program. Bernhard is native of Ghana and is a graduate of the University of Zurich. He is studying criminal law and procedure and will take the Swiss bar later this year. Bernhard?
Good afternoon, Princess, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to be the LL.M. speaker. First of all, I would like to address my warmest thanks to the head of our faculty, Dean Krent, to Assistant Dean Harris, and his left and right hands, Liz and Brittany, who supported us throughout this whole year exemplarily. Thank you to the school administrative and staff members. This includes the cooperative computer scientists, the obliging librarians, as well as those who work tirelessly behind the scenes but help to keep those places clean that once in a while every student had to visit, the cafeteria team. Today is Mother's Day, so danke Mama. And thank you, dear family and friends, those who are here and those spread all over the world. Last but not least, thank you, fellow JD and LL.M. classmates. Without you, there would be no reason to celebrate, no need for a speaker. When this honorable task of holding this speech was brought to me, I asked myself, how shall it be possible to sum up 12 months of intense experience in the name of all of my classmates in only 5 minutes? I decided to answer 3 questions. Why did I come to Chicago Kent? What did I experience here? And what are the things that I'm going to take with me back home? Why Chicago Kent? I choose Kent because of its location. Since the Bulls won the NBA championship in the 1990s several times, it has always been my dream to come to this wonderful city. Another reason why I wanted to study at Chicago Kent was its outstanding reputation. It is known as one of the city's top law schools, and what especially attracted my interest was their broad range of courses they offer in the LL.M. programs and their philosophy of being a school with a practical approach. Those were the expectations I had before coming to Chicago. But what did I really get here? When I first arrived at this school last August, they gave us this water bottle, an empty bottle. At first glance, it did not impress me at all. However, during the last year, it has become a symbol of what this school means to me. The surface stands for the structural framework the school provided us, the top location and the high-quality infrastructure of the downtown campus, and the services provided by us by the administration. Whenever there was a visa, financial or academical issue, or a simple question like, Dear Dean Harris or Liz, when will the pictures of our soccer game, LL.M. versus JDs, be uploaded to our Facebook page? In other words, there was always a competent person to whom we could address our issues. Another important part of this structure is the body of our dear professors. They provide us with the water we need to fill in this bottle, and they did that in an outstanding and very motivated and inspiring way of teaching. In addition to the legal expertise imparted to us, there were different events in and off campus that gave us the chance to exchange cultural and personal experiences. The well-known Chicago Kent socials, in my point of view, an important part of the whole Chicago Kent spirit, provided us with excellent networking platforms. And what will I take with me once I leave? Of course, this bottle, and hopefully a diploma, the English skills that I improved, and my new and profound knowledge of the American legal system. This is what the LL.M. stands for, and it will be invaluable to my future career. The most valuable part of this journey, and I think most fellow graduates do agree on this, was the experience to step out of one's own comfort zone, combined with the chance to create a new comfort zone with new circumstances, new stories, and new friendships. Thank you all for being part of this lifetime experience. Fellow graduates, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the best for your future. And now, let's fill up this bottle with some champagne. Cheers.
Thank you, Bernhard. At this time, I'd like to recognize the Bar and Gavel Awards, which honor those who have provided outstanding service to the college, to the community, and to the legal profession. Please stand when I call your name, but hold any applause until the end. John Achter, Omer Buckish, Jack Bentley, Catherine Calhoun, Elizabeth Camille, Candace Hansford, Joseph Janis, Kirtana Kalabapudi, Richard Madison, Rachel Remke, and James Vergara. Congratulations. You may be seated. 15 guests with us on stage are alumni of Chicago Kent and the Illinois Institute of Technology. They have the special opportunity to see their children, spouses, and other relatives graduate while serving as a legacy hooder and welcoming them to the alumni community. This special tradition allows family members to bestow the doctoral hoods on their graduates when their names are called. They are Jonathan Andrews, hooded by his father, Richard Andrews, the class of '87, Crystal Correa, hooded by her brother, Michael Correa, a graduate of psychology in 2008, Grace Doherty, hooded by her mother, Colleen Doherty, the class of '95, Justin Hansen, hooded by his brother, Jordan Hansen, Rachel Kane, hooded by her mother, Professor Mary Rose Struby, and The Secret is the class of 1981, Benjamin Kidder, hooded by his wife, Melanie Hoekstra, class of 2010, Darren Kimmel, hooded by his wife, Amanda Kimmel, class of 2010, Katie Mammis, hooded by her father, Evan Mammis, class of '79, Ashley Olson, hooded by her brother, William Chandler, who graduated from the architecture school in 2006, Victor Ortiz, hooded by his aunt, the Honorable Berta Requena, class of 1987, Philip Rahani, hooded by his cousin, Marky Shu, class of 2008, Maximilian Smith, hooded by his mother, Lynn Taylor, the class of 1978, David Thompson, hooded by his sister, Gina Arquela DeBoni, class of 2002, Carlos Vera, hooded by his uncle, John Lacallo, class of 1986. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present the 2012, time flies, graduating class of Chicago Kent College of Law, starting with the candidates for the Master of Laws and then the Juris Doctor degrees. I call upon Assistant Dean Steve Soule to introduce the individual graduates.
Thank you, Dean Krent, and greetings to our graduates and guests today. On pages 13 and 14 of today's program, you will note that certain 2012 Juris Doctor candidates have earned a certificate in one of the following programs: business law, criminal litigation, environmental and energy law, intellectual property law, international and comparative law, labor and employment law, litigation and alternative dispute resolution, or public interest law. Only the names of those graduates who are present today will be read. We ask that you hold your applause until all candidates have received their degrees. I now have the honor of presenting the 2012 recipients of the Master of Laws degree in Financial Services Law, International Comparative Law, International Intellectual Property Law, and Taxation. Will the candidates please rise? Receiving the degree of Master of Laws in Financial Services Law. Cici Zhao. Linya Chen. Sen Liu. David S. Rodriguez, Esquire. Maria Cecilia Romero Rootman. Junhong Wang. Ying Zhu. Ray Chan. Wangji Xiao. Jingjing Zheng. And Ri Zhou. Receiving the degree of Master of Laws in International and Comparative Law. Aldo Fabricio Barone. Xiuyin Cao. Sixi Chen. Flavio Paraños. Songqi Fu. Daniel Fukman. Kairilo Gostiev. Sunart Harnpianpung. Peng Hu. Juingjia Jiang. Jintong Jiang. Hao Li. Jing Li. Junpu Li. Jin Li. Yuqin Li. Hua Jin Im. Xiaojin Lin. Haibin Liu. Lian Liu. Qiong Lu. Wei Lu. Xiaodan Luo. Caroline Lutz. Sukshada Okamakul. Bernhard Müller. Joseph Novell Gonzalez. Supit Pranipauking. Gian Chu. Natalia Rodnaiva. Kale Tien. Paloma Rodriguez Esparza. Julia Bridget Barbara Schulin. Jianyu Shen. Fei Sun. Mengru Song. Jinawat Supanit. Chen Tang. Lei Tang. Pramup Tasanat Prisayanam. Miriam Vega Ortiz. Yi Wan. Zhangfu Wan. Chen Wang. Xiaoting Wang. Jinhua Wang. Liu Wei. Mingyan Wu. Yakchiang Singh. Lu Xiu. Wu Xiu. Zhanting Yuan. Yanan Yuan. Yuan Yuan. Chen Zhang. Chiele Zhang. Tao Tao Zhou. Qianzhou Zhou. Jia Cheng. And Zhu Jing. Receiving the degree of Master of Laws in International Intellectual Property Law. Jiamin Chen. Zhuofei Han. Wan Li. Yuling Li. Can Lu. Chenglong Ma. Kyungwei Shen, Lin Sun, Wei Shu, Fei Shua, Sasikarn Yungsaichul, Shen Xiao, receiving the degree of Master of Laws in Taxation, Stephanie M. Cerf, Joy A. Hale, Jenna M. Smith. That concludes the presentation of the candidates for the Master of Laws degree. Please join me in congratulating the graduates. I now have the honor of presenting the 2012 recipients of the Juris Doctor degree. For those December graduates who have taken and passed the bar exam, I will designate their accomplishment by appending Esquire to their names. And again, please hold your applause until the names of all the candidates have been read. Will the candidates for the degree please rise? Jennifer L. Acker, Asala I. Akmarova, Esquire, Daniel S. Alexander, Anthony L. Allegretti, Ali F. Omora, Jonathan R. Andrews, Xiomara C. Angulo, Sean M. Ashworth, Esquire, John M. Octor, Jennifer L. Bader, Omer Bukch, James R. Baldwin, Amy M. Ballard, Katrina M. Barnett, Lauren A. Barr, Eric M. Bauman, Travis M. Beyer, Joseph J. Beer, Jack E. Bentley, Lauren Bean Huitia, Connor T. Bergman, Brian R. Bienis, Jeffrey D. Blake, Jonathan B. Blakely, Naveen R. Bora. Sinjan Bose. Brendan M. Bufford. Chris A. Bowers. Robert B. Buchanan. Zachary D. Budden. Michael T. Bittner. Daniel S. Bugis. Catherine J. Calhoun. Elizabeth K. Camille. Joseph P. Carlasari. Mario P. Carlasari. Kyle P. Carlson. Bevan A. Carroll. Joyce N. Choi. Charla B. Christensen. Catherine G. Cisneros. Jeffrey M. Sosowski. Amanda R. Clark. Crystal C. Correa, Esquire. John D. Prevero. Daniel S. Crone. Lisa A. Crozier Green. Daniel M. D'Addario. Aaron B. Davis. Joseph S. DeFrank. Samuel N. DeYoung. Hillary R. DeLong. Daniel A. Damara. Jillian L. Diamond. Scott S. Dobson. Grace M. Doherty. Sarah J. Duncan. Nicholas J. Economakis. John M. Ellison. Christopher P. Elmore, Esquire. Lauren M. Emery. Ariel A. Erbacher. Leah J. Fetterman, Esquire. Simon M. Feng. Calvin V. Ferdmin. Freddie I. Fonseca. Deanna L. Fowler. Whitney S. Friedman. Ryan T. Gallagher. Stephen L. Gardner. Kendra G. Garska. Lindsay M. Gephardt. Melissa F. Jacamara. Richard B. Gilbaugh. Aaron M. Gillette. Quentin E. Gilliam. Matthew R. Goldfarb. Helena M. Gonzalez. Andrew Gordon. Catherine L. Goyert. Nicholas K. Graves, Esquire. Christopher Griffin. Brian W. Groats. Christopher B. Grubb. Daniel J. Gruber. Damon Gupta. Anita Goot. Richard E. Gutierrez. Stephanie E. Hale. Luke P. Haller. Candace D. Hansford. Justin W. Hansen. Eric K. Hasegawa. Brendan H. Heiberger. Daniel J. Herman. Jacqueline M. Hill. Philip S. Hoff. Natasha L. Holmes. Jessica T. Horwitz. Ryan W. Howell. Joseph F. Janis. Ross N. Jameby. Daniel M. Jebson. Josiah R. Jenkins. Young Jun. Michael R. Johnson. Caitlin E. Jones. Jennifer L. Jones. David G. Jorgensen. Kirtana S. Kalavapudi. Daniel W. Kaminsky. Rachel S. Kane. Jared M. Kanofsky. Brian L. Kebekus. John K. Kennedy. Michael M. Keslarian Rominger. Benjamin P. Kidder. Benjamin P. Keel. Annette Kim. Unkyang Kim. Jung Kim Esquire. Darren V. Kimmel. Simone N. King. Zechariah J. Kirscher. Joseph Klein, Esquire. Daniel R. Klosowski. Richard A. Kromiko. Kayla M. Kostelecki. John A. Kressel. Jason W. Krieger. Stephen D. Kupsis. Jennifer L. Rexroth Lavin. Susan Lee. Brian T. Lesowitz. Kate E. Levine. Stephen J. Liadis. Robert E. Lintner. Louis C. Little. Kathleen M. Litz. Ayla J. Lacosmo, Esquire. Joshua E. Lurie. Richard L. Madison. Dennis A. McJeski, Esquire. Katie C. Mammis. Bruno R. Marasso, Esquire. Kelly Pazak Marsh. Alexis D. Martin. Margaret K. Master. Timothy J. McInerney. Jesse A. McKenzie. Andrew P. Medeiros. Julian Medrano. Patrick M. Millat. David I. Mindell. Eli Morgenstern. Joseph P. Morris. Catherine C. Morrison. Benjamin Newman. Margot A. Nikitas. Colleen E. Nielsen. Simeon B. Nakov. Lawrence I. Nwese. Temi Odwala. Erica S. O. Janelle I. Olson. Ashley E. Olson. John P. Orellana. Victor Ortiz. Chad A. Ponke, Esquire. Jenna N. Palanti. Sarah Pasha. Toral Patel. Christopher A. Pellegrini. Kelly A. Plummer. Angela T. Polymenakos. Jordan J. Pringle. Brittany Pritchett. Bradley E. Pucklin. Suzanne M. Permort. Carlos A. Kichis. Alexander F. Rabinal. Anya Rataichik. Philip W. Rahani. Rachel A. Remke. Carly B. Robin. Alexander I. Rosenthal. Brendan C. Ross. Christopher J. Rothwell. Matthew B. Rudolph. Anthony M. Sarkis. Jordan A. Savage. Lauren E. Savage. Andrew P. Schreiber. Kristen R. Cerna. Mariah K. Shaver, Esquire. Yuen Shen. Tat Hsu, Esquire. Brett E. Siegel. Kelly L. Silver. Philip D. Skaggs. Maximilian T. Smith. Charles M. Speakerman. Timothy K. Stanton. Joanna R. Stein. Britt A. Steinberg. Eric L. Sternberg. Erica H. Suskind. Grant K. Swanson. Rena O. Tadros. Andrew P. Tague. Daniel C. Ty. Mary E. Talon. Neha Tannen. Paul A. Tatara. Daniel G. Taylor. Marcel A. Taylor. Caroline A. Teichner. The Grand J. Terry. Regina J. Thomas. David J. Thompson. Kelly A. Tibble. Michael S. Tomsa. Megan Trella. Jacqueline A. Trupa. Mary Ellen Vallis. Jasenia L. Vascones Yaguel. Hendrik B. Verhusen. Jessica K. Velez. Carlos A. Vera. James R. Vergara. Anthony S. Villalobos. Alexandra E. Wallace. Jonathan R. Walton. Ting Wang. Michael W. Ward. Chris R. Welke. Bethany K. Whittles. Heather A. Waddell. Dana A. Wild. Victor M. Walke. Eric G. Wilson. Erica C. Yee. Andrew Z. Zier. Joran B. Zola. Before we applaud the class of 2012, we also recognize today a member of the class of 2012 who is no longer with us. Ayodele Jagede passed away in December while on winter break at home with his family in Hamilton, Ohio. Ayo grew up in Indiana and attended Indiana University, where he received 2 degrees in political science and in philosophy. He then received an MA in International Relations from Brown University in 2008, and then decided to pursue a JD, arriving at Chicago-Kent in the fall of 2009. Ayo was passionate about many things, including, perhaps to the surprise of some, tax law. Ayo is survived by his parents, 2 brothers, and a sister. His family is with us today. I would like to share with you the following comments prepared by his family after his passing. Ayo lived up to his Yoruba name, which is joy. He brought bundles of joy to his family and to all those who knew him. Brilliant, witty, full of charm, vim and vigor, kind, loving, and generous, Ayo will remain forever green and fresh in our memories. In Ayo's absence, we ask his father, Dr. Dele Jagede, to join Dean Krent on stage to receive Ayo's degree conferred posthumously. Dr. Jagede, please come forward. Concludes the presentation of the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree.
Will all the degree candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Illinois Institute of Technology, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Laws or Juris Doctor and admit you to all its rights, privileges, and obligations. Please now officially join me in officially congratulating the class of 2012. You may be seated. And now I am privileged to introduce our concluding speaker for today's ceremony. Laurel Bellows is President-elect of the American Bar Association. As most of you know, that organization that represents all of you and some 400,000 others across the country. Laurel is a longtime member of Chicago Kent's Board of Overseers, a highly successful business lawyer who started her own firm, and more importantly, someone who has worked tirelessly to raise the profile and the integrity of our profession. For just a couple of examples, she chaired the ABA's Commission on Women in the Profession, served on the Illinois Supreme Court Commission on the Administration of Justice, and on the United States Senate Judicial Nominations Commission for Illinois. She is one of 12 women globally to receive the Women Who Make a Difference Award from the International Women's Forum. In recognition of those achievements, the Board of Trustees of the Illinois Institute of Technology in 2012 has conferred on Ms. Bellows an honorary Doctorate of Law. Laurel, please join me to receive your honorary degree.
Thank you, Dean Kent, for your generous words, and thank you, IIT and faculty, for welcoming me here today so that I could join you on this very, very special occasion. And I must say, from a personal point of view, thank you for giving my mother, who's in the audience, Lois Gross, her Mother's Day present today, because she rarely gets to hear me speak. So, Mom, happy Mother's Day. Today is especially meaningful because I have received this honorary doctorate side by side with Princess Bajrakitiyabha, all right, who is a woman of extraordinary accomplishment. It's with pride that I join her today on the podium, and I look forward to working with the Attorney General of Thailand, the Chief Justice of Thailand, the head of the Thai Bar, and others who are with us today in celebration of the Princesses Award. And the American Bar Association reaches out to you in the hope that we continue our relationship. But to those of you who are graduating, LL.Ms. and new JDs, congratulations. And to those of you who have sacrificed so much of your life so that your loved ones could be here today, I extend most joyous congratulations to you also. Dime con quien andas, y te diré quién eres. Dime con quien andas, y te diré quién eres. Tell me with whom you walk, and I will tell you who you are. I know with whom you have chosen to walk. You have chosen to walk with lawyers, not just alongside us, but as one of us. I will tell you who you are. You are powerful, you are dedicated, and you are leaders. We lawyers are problem solvers. We give people hope. We give people their lives back. And beyond serving people, we serve our community. Okay, tell me, I've got to know. We represent the law, and we lawyers are the key to a just society. Today, you embark on the next phase of your journey. I can imagine how you feel sitting there. Some of you are hoping that you didn't trip on your way up the podium. Some of you are reflecting on your journey to this point, late nights with Red Bull, laughter with friends to relieve the tension and the strain and to maintain some sanity. At times you felt discouraged. At moments you shined. The feeling of relief after you finished that final paper. And many of you are thinking about what's coming next. I know the bar exam looms ahead, but I'm here to assure you that there is life after the bar exam. Just remember the challenges you already faced and overcame. Remember the fear and doubt during your first days when you walked into law school. That's gone. Reflect on your commitment and your strength that brought you here today. It was no easy feat, but here you sit, and we will see each other on the other side of that bar exam at your swearing-in ceremony. And I know that many of you are wondering when you will get a job, or if you have a job, is it the right job, or how will you pay your student loans? We understand that. These are very tough times, but today, try to turn off that self-doubt just for a few minutes and instead live in the moment. Savor this day. Remember who's sitting next to you on the right and on the left, and turn around and see who's looking and sitting right behind you and in front of you, because this day will be embedded in your memory for the rest of your lives. Some years ago, I sat where you sat, wondering what the future would bring. Would I be a good lawyer? Would I care for and serve my clients? Would I have the desire to change the world? Would I be courageous or silent in the face of injustice? I remember the hopes and fears that yesterday. And true, there have been times that were better than others, but I can tell you this, and I ask you to believe me, that becoming a lawyer was the most important thing I have ever done. And that every lawyer I speak with will tell you that becoming a lawyer was the most important decision he or she ever made. I am passionate about being a lawyer. I am passionate about the practice of law. We have chosen, you and I, a high calling. You are the best society has to offer, and I can assure you that you will have the chance to follow your dreams, serve society, and make a difference if you choose to do so. We don't live by bread alone. Implementing your values in your daily life assures success and well-being in ways that are meaningful to you. For some, work and social responsibility are separate life agendas. For me, affecting positive social change is not a separate part of my life. Working to better our world is a significant part of my legal career. One core value I integrate into my practice every day is advocacy for gender equality. When negotiating employment contracts for women and senior executives, I advocate for equality of pay and for the increase in the number of women in corporate leadership positions and to make them board members. And as the incoming president of the American Bar Association, I have that rare platform from which to remind our country the equality of all kinds is a promise not yet fulfilled in the United States. Every day, I am thankful that I answered the call of the law. What other profession would allow me to achieve the degree of personal satisfaction and accomplishment that comes with the practice of law? And what other profession would give us the opportunity to affect the lives of so many people? And what other profession would give us the power to impact the world that we live in? So yesterday you were law students. Soon you will be lawyers with the power to change people's lives and the power to change your world. And many of you already have the license to practice law. But how will you use that power? At the ABA, we have a motto, defending liberty and pursuing justice. And you, by the way, will be receiving a complimentary membership almost as you leave this room on the internet by invitation from school. But these words, defending liberty and pursuing justice, guide me every day, and I urge you to make them words that are part of your daily lives, your personal action plan, part of your life as a lawyer. Because today we celebrate your accomplishments, We celebrate your personal vision of success, but know that while you are looking to your future, the legal profession, our justice system, and our nation, we are looking to you. We are looking to you, hoping that you will choose to be an active supporter of our democracy, with an unwavering commitment to assure that justice is done. We are looking to you as the architects of the future of this country, lawyers who will stand firm and demand that all are equal under the law. I know these are tough days for you, and they are for the profession you have chosen. Finding your place as a lawyer is no longer automatic. Choices do not abound. But I'm here to assure you that when you chose the law, you chose well. Most middle-class Americans can't afford large firms and need Main Street lawyers as well as large firm lawyers. Mr. Sidley and Mr. Austin, Mr. Winston and Mr. Strawn, they started out with a small firm, and Joel Bellows and Laurel Bellows are very proud to be small firm lawyers. So the best is yet to come for you. Dime con quien andas, y te diré quién eres. Tell me who you walk with, and I will tell you who you are. You are lawyers, and lawyers matter. We matter because we understand that the rules are more important than the outcomes, that the ends do not justify the means. Lawyers matter because we have chosen to serve others and because we are compelled to speak against injustice and unfairness wherever we go. We matter because we are trained observers of the human condition and skilled advocates for positive change. We matter because we have sworn to uphold and defend our Constitution and defend all that is good in our society. And we matter because we, as lawyers, American lawyers, have proud tradition that we can trace back to the founders and framers and through every age until this very day. As lawyers, we understand that our Declaration of Independence affirms that we are endowed with inalienable rights, endowed not by our government, but by virtue of our very existence as human beings. And these inalienable rights of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, these rights are not granted by our government and cannot be removed by our government. Yet we as lawyers also understand that without government and without laws, we are a mob. We are not secure. So our society exists as a delicate balance, a society that depends on lawyers to adjust that balance and to keep it stable. And because lawyers matter, we can change the lives of others. We can work to end modern-day slavery in our United States. In the face of cyber conflict, we can accept responsibility to assure our national security and at the same time preserve essential rights to privacy. We can secure the right of a civil jury trial here in the United States, and we can protect our judges from political interference. And we can assure that the commitment to equality is a matter of action, not a matter of words. So, to paraphrase President Kennedy, I ask you to join me and make America a place where the strong are more just and the weak are more secure, to assure that in America we are all equal under the law. That is why I became a lawyer. That is why I joined the American Bar Association. And that is why I stand here now. So I ask you, will you stand with me? Are you ready to walk with me as lawyers? Yes. Are you ready to join the legal profession? Yes. Welcome to the world of law, and I thank you for letting me share this very special day with you.
Thank you for those inspiring words. Before we conclude, I first want to thank Tara Anderson and the staff for all the wonderful work in preparing for today and for the reception that is to follow. But second, I'd like all of the graduates who are here to stand up, turn around and face your friends, face your families, and give them a little bit of thanks for what they've done and what they've sacrificed for you. That concludes the 2012 Chicago-Kent College of Law commencement. I ask the audience to please remain seated during the academic recession, but then please join us all outside across the street at the tent for a champagne reception, and God bless.